sanitizing medium that this machine uses. Some machines use chlorine as a sanitizing agent. This uses hot water. Now, your delivery people brought you chlorine sanitizer, when in fact that's the wrong one. This will be the detergent, and what will replace this is a bucket. It's going to be probably blue or green, and it's going to be rinse aid. And what the rinse aid does is that when it goes into rinse, a little bit of that goes into the rinse water, and it allows the water to sheet off the glasses and the trays. But when you're working with commercial dishwashers, have you ever worked with a dishwasher?
Yeah, I work with one. I deal with it.
Okay. Then you probably already know. The more work you do on the front end of the scrapping process, it's going to translate to a better final result. So, as the trays come back through this window here, you'll have multiple racks. A flat general utility rack for your flatware or miscellaneous stuff, tongs, utensils. A peg rack, which will be for your plates and your glasses and trays. And there are 1,000 different configurations of racks down the road. If you have a special application that you want to consider a special rack for, there's plenty of them to choose from. These are the most common. So you're going to get the most efficiency, if you accumulate like products, like all your plates, all your trays, all your glasses, and we'll put them in the same rack. That's going to increase your efficiency, so when it goes to store it, everything is alike. So, some people even opt for pre-soaking your silverware. If you have a bus tub where the kids can just throw their silverware into a solution of hot pan soaking solution, and then you wash all of that at the end of the cycle. And instead of washing with 3 forks and 4 spoons, it makes the process go much quicker. So when you get your equipment racked up, you're going to have a rack full of plates, let's say. This will be your pre-rinse assembly. You're going to knock as much soil off here before you put it in the machine. Now, the travel will be 30 inches in this side. At the end of the cycle, look, we're going to pull them out this side. The washing is being done by those assemblies there. There's one just like it above. The large bar is the washing bar. The soap is coming through. And then when it goes into rinse, the final rinse comes out of that smaller one. Hopefully, these strap screens, and I'm going to drain it so you'll see exactly how to break it down. The screens are designed to catch 90%, 95% of any solid material going through the pump system. But occasionally, you might have something that's lodged in it. Typically, you can grab it. In the owner's manual, will tell you to remove those wash arms and clean them. I can tell you that in a school situation, you probably won't do that very often. Maybe once a week. And these are supposed to be thumb tight, and I'm going to get Paul to give me a wrench and unscrew it. But basically, they lift off there, and if you have anything stuck inside there, just unscrew the thumb screw, lift them off, take them over the sink, shake it around, push everything back in that's sticking out, back into the tube, and then take it over here, and it'll all drop out of the center hub of that. This lifts up, holds still, and it gives you complete access for removal of the wash arms and the scrap screens. Now, typically, daily, after every meal, you're going to shut the machine off. It's going to drain automatically, and I'll go through that in just a second. And then that will leave these screens exposed. You'll take them up, take them over the sink, and blow the water through them from the back side again. So you just flush them out. try not to let anybody bang them on the trash can inside of the old school method was you have all sorts of debris on top here, and someone would put it like that.
Yeah, damage.
Yeah, it'll get distorted and it won't provide a good seal. That is what you're looking at there. It's the hot water element that's maintaining that wash temperature at 150 degrees. When you drain this machine, that thing is still going to be hot for a while.
Okay.
So you don't want to be reaching around and fishing around for stuff until you know that that thing is cooled off. Before I drain it and refill it, I want you to know what it sounds like. We racked up the machine, we put the rack in there. Okay, if you look down here, you'll have 3 buttons marked 1, 2, or 3. Those are cycle times. For light wear, where you're just wanting to rinse something off that isn't very dirty, but you want it cleaned and sanitized, number 1 is all you need. Typically your trays don't get a whole lot of soil, but you want them sanitized. So you can do your trays on 1. Anything with food soil on it typically can be done in 2. And then the number 3 is for pots, pans, utensils, anything with baked on food or heavy soil load on the food tray, on the plates. 90% of what you're going to do here is going to be on cycle number 2. So, this indicates cycle 2. And we're going to hit the start button. It has a soft start, so if there's any glassware in there that is maybe fragile, it's not going to be hit with a big blast of water from the outset. It's going to ramp up and allow that water, the dishware, to become accustomed to the turbulence and reduce the breakage. But in this school situation, you're doing China instead of that, so it's not an issue. Because we live in DC and the water is somewhat hard, over time you'll see a white film start to develop on the inside of that wash chamber. It has to be treated with a product that will probably come in 1-gallon jugs. It's called lime scale remover or Lime-A-Way. I don't know if your chemical guy comes by and does a preventive maintenance or shows you how to use this, or does it just come out of the commissary? You have a chemical representative that
We do a directly with detail on that.
okay. They may have a rep that'll come by and show you how to use that product.
You ever seen one?
Okay, essentially, instead of introducing soap into the chamber, you're going to pour like a gallon into that, into just a thing, turn it on and let it run. And it's an acid-based solution, and it heats all that lime scale all inside of the chamber.
Is that what we do here?
Yes. And the good news about this, it's all built in, and the machine, rather than booster failing and you don't know it and you find yourself trying to rinse at something less than the health department required 180, this machine will continue running until the booster recovers and supplies the 180 degree continental. So it's guaranteed sanitized every cycle. That's the end of the wash, and then it's going to go into a brief final rinse period. And that's where the 180 degrees come. Now, if the health inspector comes in, or anybody comes in and says, well, what's your temperatures that you're washing and rinsing at? They're right here. The wash tank is showing 151 degrees, and when it was rinsing, it showed 185 degrees, so you're good to go. Okay, so the most out of a high-temp dishwasher, you want to pull the dishes that just completed the cycle out into the ambient air as quick as possible after the completion of the washer cycle. Because the dishes then have some heat, so when you get them into the open air, they will dry better than if they were just left inside the machine.
Question for you. So that means we gotta use some paper plates. I'm getting the blue trays.
I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
So, we just washed the
More
last.
than 3 people. We'll be scared.
Huh?
We'll be more than 3 people. Because 3 ladies, and I'm not working my back, I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave my name, or I'm gonna leave another person. You gonna have to be 4. I'm asking.
Sure. I'll talk to Sarah.
Yes. You go ahead.
So, at the end of the day, we're going to stop and drain this machine.
You stop and that's how you drain and open it.
Yes. You hit the stop and you hit the start button when that drains it.
So you hit the stop and you hit the start.
Yeah, and it sets,
that.
yeah, it sets it right there. Just press stop, then start to drain.
Okay.
Now, these are your detergent and your final rinse pickup tubes. This one is marked with detergent. This will go in that bucket right there. And this one will go into the final rinse solution.
Make it the right one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
So y'all looking at this up today before y'all leave? Y'all put this one in?
I could put it on. I don't have anything to do with the chemicals, so I'm really not supposed to do it. I'll be happy with it.
I appreciate it, thank you. It's all working about the same.
Pardon me? Yeah, that's it. That is it. And then at the end of it, when it drains, it goes to a self-rinsing mode. That's what you're hearing now. It's sort of rinsing the machine out.
Okay.
So,
So,
the machine is drained. And that gives you access to the second filter down here. This is where stuff is going to collect. That's smaller than this, bigger than this wire mesh screen. So you're going to get a lot of food particles accumulated in here. The thing to remember is the slots go seated down.
okay.
This is where the stuff is going to collect. You just take it out over a trash can, dump it out, and then take that spray nozzle and give it a rinse. If there's anything like there is there that's still laying in the bottom, you can take that spray hose, shoot it inside the machine, and get it to the center of the drain. Put this back in just like that. It's very simple. And then ready for a wrap. Now, I recommend at nighttime, leave the doors open. Keep that thing closed up. It takes on this funky smell.
Yes, they do stink.
Just leave the door open. It dries out. It stays nice. I also represent the disposers. Got one here, one here. And you'll just about handle anything except silverware, scrubbing pads. Those are the two things that are terrible for dishwashers, for disposers. There is a little guard there that keeps the scrubbing pads from finding their way down there, most of the time. But silverware, you got to keep the silverware out there because it will jam the unit up, and it's a major hassle getting it. Obviously, you don't want to be reaching in there when it's running. Yes, exactly. But any food product, even some small buns from time to time, I don't recommend a steady diet of buns because it takes a long time to grind them up when you can just put them in the trash. But any food item that you have or encounter can generally go down this chute. No aluminum foil. If a napkin happens to go down there, that's not a problem. But metal products, no. I saw that you have an ice machine. A neat little trick with disposers is, again, if they're not cleaned and rinsed thoroughly, periodically, they get funky.
Yes, they do.
My advice is grab a little bucket of ice, throw it in there. It's solid, so it'll just, through its grinding process of the ice, it cleans it a little bit. So ice is a great preventive maintenance for cleaning the dishwasher. If you have an orange or a piece of fruit, throw that in with the ice.
I know they always tell me the chef always tell me put an orange in it and give it
That's it.
the smell, and give it an orange-like smell.
And you can use some pot pans. Most people don't like to be throwing soap right down the drain, but if you have to, if it's getting nasty, just get a couple teaspoons of pot pan soap. When it's running, just put it in there and it gets it clean. Keeps the drain lines when you fill.
Okay.
Any questions regarding the dishwasher?
No, I'm just trying to see where you set the dishes at. Oh, okay. When they bring them in, trays and stuff like that. Okay.
Everything I've told you basically is right
Right
here.
here on this.
And there's an owner's manual that Paul has somewhere. That there's a toll-free number that reaches the factory and also connects you with our service network. If
Something go wrong with service. Okay.
90% of the time, it can be dealt with over the phone, a phone call. But things do break, so we're there.
Okay.